And welcome back. We're gonna go ahead and get into the season here. The rosters are set and everything. We might have a couple guys who say yes to our signing, and then I may have to jump into the AHL. We're gonna be motivating here. It's early on in the year. Motivating just doesn't work for this team, obviously. So Trevor Van Riemsdyk, that's someone who we need to make sure needs to go up. Happy. All these guys are happy. Where's Patrick Kane? Okay, so at least he's not mad. And then the only guys, like I said, Van Riemsdyk, who we need to make sure kind of grows here. So go ahead. We're gonna start this. We're gonna sim through preseason. Go ahead and get to the regular season against Columbus. So simulate up to this date. So what I'm thinking as far as the season goes, clearly we're a contender. We don't have much room to see. Here's a couple of these guys to where we are going to be able to improve our team at the deadline without making a huge move, without moving somebody cap related, unless we get lucky and there's an injury, of course, which I don't even know if it'll work like that. Like in real life, it does. Like Marian Hossa just got injured, but it looks like it's just a day to day. So unless we make a big move, like a Marian Hossa type move, we may, but if we do something like that to a team, it's going to have to be a team that's looking for a draft pick as well and has somebody kind of older that we can kind of swap out there. If we do something like that, we're going to have to give up. We're going to have to give up a lot to make that happen. I'm going to go ahead and just re-edit the AHL line to make sure that's good to go, and then I'll be back. Okay, so we're back here. And like I was saying, so we're going to have to look at big moves. We're going to have to look at something like that if we feel that this team that we have right now isn't capable of winning the cup. We might not have to make that move. It might be a bottom six move depending on Hossa's play and stuff like that. I don't want to move Hossa. I feel like Hossa deserves to retire in Chicago. I feel in real life he's going to retire in Chicago. They're not going to trade him away. He's going to be here. Go ahead. Actually, we'll sim the opening night here. Let's kind of do that real quick. So go ahead and do the first period here. Okay, and they get an early goal again, which seems to be an issue. We'll go ahead and just sim the period here. And we get one. Sessions gets his first goal as a Hawk, second period. And the third period here, overtime, and the shootout. And we lose in a shootout opening night, which isn't bad. We got a point. We're playing the Eastern Conference team. We do have a lot of new faces. I like how we only gave up one goal in regulation. We need to be a good defensive team this year. We scored a lot of goals last year. As far as our offensive core goes, our goal scorers are all still here. So hopefully we can just keep the puck out of our net. Again, we gave up an early goal, but we get one back with Patrick Kane. Second period here, we get two goals out of Patrick Kane, Duncan Keith, but they get one, only a one-goal lead. And they land up winning the game. We had a goal lead and we give up 3 goals to lose in regulation. I know it's only 2 games, but it's really worrisome that we didn't win either one of those games and pulled hamstring. Just replaced player. He's on the bottom anyway. We're going to go ahead and go up to these Minnesota games here. Hopefully we can get some simming in and get on a little roll here. Get back in the winning column, which we haven't had one yet. Mild concussion. Alright, well, I'll be back. Okay, we're back here. I made the lineup changes. We finally get the first one of the year right there. And I'll be back again. Okay, here. Now we're back, and we got 2 wins right there. So now we're 2-1-1. Coming up against LA. Trevor Van Riemsdyk's fully healthy, so that's good. Up against LA, we win there. We get to this Minnesota game. We're now 3-1-1 with a nice 3-game win streak. We're giving up a lot of goals, which isn't what I expected, especially with the moves that we made in the offseason. I figured that we would be a much better defensive team here. Go ahead. First period, they get 2 goals. We got 1. Second period, they get 2 more. We get 1. Third period, again, we lose, giving up 5 goals. It could just be a thing right here, so we're just going to keep it going, keep it moving here. If this does, and I'll be back. Okay, here I'm back. If I don't notice this goal going down, goals against, I'm gonna look at making a trade because that's just so many goals. I think it's just a little thing here. 1-1 again, second period. They get another one, and a crazy third period here. So we're down by what, one, and then they score two goals pretty early to get a 3 goal lead, followed by us getting 3 goals, okay, in a row. And this one's a response right after this one. Then Patrick Kane gets us two. Then they get a lead with 49 seconds left. They score an awful goal on Corey Crawford with 49 seconds left for Tays to turn around and score a goal with 21 seconds left to get us a point here. Huge. Let's go ahead, jump into this overtime. We have the momentum here. We got to take the win here. We have all the momentum in the world. This should be easily our game because we're carrying the momentum. We got to bury a goal here in overtime, and we don't. Shootout, sim it, and we lose in the shootout. You know what? We battled back, got a point. I'll take it. Not too happy with it, but I'll definitely take it. Up against Dallas here. Simulate up here. You know, we did better when I just let it sim. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go up to this St. Louis game, and you know, if I notice we going on a bad streak, then I'll go ahead and I'll stop the sim. Nicholas Jalmerson, November 9th. We'll just replace player. It's not too far away. Against Dallas, he looks like he got hurt in a shootout loss, 1-0. Versus Detroit, another loss with 3-3-3. We need to really start winning games here. Another loss, 3-3-4. At least we're getting points in these losses. Carolina's good. Another loss. Florida. See here, come on, we get a win there. Okay, let's go on a little streak here. We need to win games. Definitely get Johnson. I'll be back here in a second. Okay, I'm back here. We need to go on a streak here. Get like 6 or 7 wins in 9 games or something like that. Do the scouting here. We'll go to the OHL. We need some defensive prospects, so we'll go with defensive there. 5-3 win. Come on. Beat Minnesota. 2-0 win. Come on, keep it going. Keep the streak going. Come on, give us a win. Give us a win against Dallas. Give us a win. Come on. We lose to Dallas after winning 3 in a row and 4-5. We need to keep another loss. We need to get right back in the win column here. Beat Colorado, team in our division. Get the win there. We gotta beat Pittsburgh. Just gotta keep winning games here. We beat them. Up against Buffalo here. We just gotta keep going on. We gotta get on a win streak. We gotta turn this around. We lose to Buffalo. We lose back-to-back games right there, which isn't good. We were on a good streak there. Up against Nashville here. And we lose to Nashville. So we're up to the St. Louis game at 9-8-5, which isn't good. Where does it put us in our division? We're not even in a wild card spot technically. We are tied to second in our division just because we have a lot of overtime losses, but we do need to start winning games here. We'll hold a team meeting here, and you know, I'm gonna be demanding. You know, we're a team that needs to be good. We're a team that just needs to battle. So yeah, I'm gonna demand this team to be better. We're better than what we've shown. We shouldn't be like this record here. We're gonna go ahead. We're gonna send this game against St. Louis. His first game against St. Louis, we knocked him out of the playoffs last year. So they definitely want revenge. First period here, they get 3 goals. Second period, they get 1, we get 1. Yeah, it's just not looking good so far. Let's go ahead and just get some more simming in here. Don't want to go too far to where we can't rebound here. Let's try to go up here. We are just because our division's so tight. I'm not too worried. I didn't even notice we had back-to-back games, home and away against St. Louis. Hopefully we can win that one. 8-0 win. Okay, that's what I want to see here. Now let's build off of that here. 2-1 loss. We need to put wins together. We need to stop back-to-back losses. Okay. LA, it's a good team here. We win against LA. Logan Shaw. Bottom 6 potential. Let's go ahead and check you out. How old are you? 25, bottom 6. He's not too good defensively, so I'm going to decline that. Another team in our division here. We need to beat Winnipeg. Come on, give us the win there against Winnipeg, and we lose 3-0 to Colorado. We lose 4-3. Up to Florida here. We lose in overtime. See, these losses are just not looking good here. If we don't find a way to turn this around here soon, I'm willing to go ahead and make a huge trade. If I have to make the trade in this video, I will. We need to get on a win streak and start putting some distance between us. Maybe move Panarin down here. Once we get up to this Dallas game, I'm going to go ahead and see where we're struggling. With 13, 13, and 7, it's not good. It's still early enough that we can rebound. The 7 overtime losses are what's keeping us in this. If those were regulation, we'd be pretty much out. And it's early to say that, but it doesn't look good. We're pretty close to being in a playoff spot, but we're not quite there. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to look at the stats. We're going to see who's performing and who's not. Patrick Kane has 35 points, so Patrick Kane looks like he's producing for us. Taze is producing. Panarin, Duncan Keith is. Hartman is having a great season. Hossa, -7. Okay, so this second line is a -7. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to edit lines. Okay, not roster moves. I should be able to get to edit lines from here. Edit lines. Okay, we're going to get into edit lines here now. Panarin says first line. Nisimov says third. Nick Schmaltz says second. What we're going to do, we're going to move him there. We're going to put Panarin on here. Now, you want to make sure, as far as morale goes, we're going to make sure Panarin's on this first line right here. Power play unit. Extras. Go ahead and, we're going to go 65, 61. That's fine. We're going to do this for a little bit. We're going to do a little bit more simming. That's the only move I'm really going to make. We're going to do more simming here. Hopefully we can turn this around pretty quickly. Go to January here. Sim up to this Winnipeg game. Hopefully that little change right there can get us going here and get us to the point where we're going to be an effective team. Go ahead and do forwards in the queue. We get the win against Dallas. Anaheim. Come on now. We lose to Anaheim back-to-back and we beat them. Well, I don't know why we have 2 games at Anaheim. It doesn't make any sense. We get the win in overtime. That's good. So right now we're 2-1 since the trade, or since the line. 2-1-1. 3-1-1. 3-1-1. Come on. Got to keep battling. Got to get a win here. Team that's struggling in New York. Wasn't good last year. Glendening. Just replaced players on the 4th line. 4-1-1. 2 Canadian teams here. See what we can do. Dang it. That's not good. Edit lines here. Bring it with me here. We're going to look at trying to shake some more up here. I just don't know what more I can really do. Glendening in right there. We could potentially look at doing that 84, 87, 85, 86, 89, 87, 82. Let's go ahead and do this. See what this does. Bring Mo up. We just got to keep shaking the lines up until we find what works. Just replace player. We got to find something that's going to get us on the board here. 4-0 win. So 1-0, 2-0 since we made that line change. Okay, it's fine. 2-0, 2-0, 2-0, 2-0-1. We got a point though against Calgary here. Sore foot, replace player. Come on. This line's in the AHL. San Jose, we beat San Jose. We need to go on a 5-game win streak. We need to go on a 6-game win streak. We need to put together wins. We need to pull apart here. We just need to start producing and moving. Not even going to look. You know what? We're just going to go ahead, jump into this game. We're going to sim this game. I'm just going to keep this going here. Hopefully we just rebound. I believe in this team. You know, but when we sim it, we just don't do good as we lose. So, I just, you know, we got a stretch of 4 right here against our division. So we'll sim up to these games. Edit lines real quick and I'll be back. Okay, we're back here, and I actually moved Polka up to the first line D, and I moved Seabrook down to the second line D. Maybe that will help here. We're going to go ahead, and we're going to just go through this stretch here. We're going to go up to this Minnesota. Actually, we're going to go up to this Washington game. We have a bunch of division games here. Sore hips, sweet. Replace player. These games are going to be big as we lose the first one. Like, this is, if we come out of this stretch and we're not in a playoff spot, this is when we're going to have to look at our team. We're going to have to see if we need to make that move. I'll be back, edit these lines real quick. I'm back. What I was saying is edit these lines, see if we need to move somebody out to bring somebody in that's going to help us win now. We're a team that needs to win now. We're a team that needs to win now but build for the future while we're winning. So how we build for the future is through the draft, but as far as winning now, if we have to give up a draft pick, I'm willing to do so, because we're definitely that team that needs to produce now and needs to win another cup. Or this is our window. It's what we need to do is we need to make the moves that helps our team now. I mean, we can always find prospects in free agency. We can always move for prospects if we have to. We're just going to have to find a way to get there and figure it out as we lose again and go on a 3-game win streak after we were playing well. So we're getting kind of deep into the season here, and we're just right on the cusp there. We're 26, 24, and 9. What do I want to do here? When's the trade deadline? I just don't want to get us so far ahead that the trade deadline's right here. We're going to go to the trade deadline, okay? It's a few more games. We're going to go to this trade deadline. If we go on a winning streak here, and we win 4 of these games here, then I won't make a major change here. If not, I will look at making a major change. It's going to have to be realistic, though. It's going to have to be a change that's, you know, that's realistic. Moving somebody and getting a piece in and, you know, just something like that. Something along those lines to keep us relevant here. We need to go on a win streak. We need to put together wins. We need to not have back-to-back losses and stuff like that. We just need to make sure that we can get this season right and go ahead and get into a playoff spot. And as I was saying that, we win all 5 games, okay? We're on a 5-game win streak. Now, it's very tempting for me just to go right by the trade deadline, not even look at it, just keep going. We don't have much cap to work with. We are now sitting 3rd in our division. You know, I'm going to do my due diligence. I'm going to look at everything out there. I'm going to see what there is. I'll be back. If I find something, I'll bring you guys in. I'll show you. If not, I'm probably going to jump in. We're going to do another month real quick here. If there's no moves to be made, I'll be back. Alright, we're back here. I looked for a while. Went by. I even looked at making a couple trades. There was a couple 86 overall forwards that were on their trading blocks and they wanted to get rid of. But our cap situation, we're right up on the cap. There's just no one who we have that would make us better to give up to improve. I could have improved a position here or there, but nothing that would have helped us. I could have traded away Marian Hossa and improved that, but I don't want to because Marian Hossa is going to retire as a Chicago Blackhawk. It's unrealistic for me to make that move. So what I am going to do, I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to sim us up to the end of the season here. So we're going to sim up to the St. Louis game right here. We'll get the season done all in one video. Just one straight shot here, boys. Quick season. We're a playoff team. There shouldn't have been much to do here. We should be a playoff team. We just need to keep putting wins together here to solidify that as we lose to Dallas. But we just need to keep the push on. We need to keep winning games. We need to keep pulling apart and pulling away from everyone else in our division. We need to lock up a playoff spot. Once we lock up the playoff spot, I think our team is good enough. I feel our team's good enough. It's better than what it was last year. We made it to the conference finals last year, so there's no reason we shouldn't be able to build off of that and move into it. We don't do very well when I'm simming it, so I'm going to go ahead and just kind of look at the stats real quick, see where we're at here. We're in a wild card spot, but what I see is 74, so we have a decent gap from Colorado right there, and not too far away from St. Louis. So if we can beat St. Louis here, we can easily come back in here, and we can easily become a team that can win our division. Our division's that tight. If we can beat St. Louis here. I know we haven't done very well in the sim, but this is a big game. I do want to go ahead and sim it. First period, again, we just get lit up in the sim, but a huge period by the Hawks right there. We gave up 3 in the first. We get 3 in this one. We're going to sim this one. We have the momentum. Marian Hossa. That's why we didn't trade him away, boys. He came up big last year. We get a power play here. Come on. Ooh, and they tie the game up on us here. Come on. We need a regulation win. We need the regulation win. Come on, boys. Come on. Kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it. Come on, get us one. Get us one. Get us one. Come on, somebody. Patrick Kane. Come on. Kill it off. Okay. We get a point here. I would have much rather the regulation win. Hopefully we can just get 2 points. That's definitely a hard loss. Colorado. We don't play Colorado again. Let's go ahead and sim up to this Winnipeg game here. We're right on that brink, so we can't afford to go on a losing streak. If I do notice a losing streak even looking like it's going to begin, I'm going to make line changes. We're at that point in the year where we can't afford to lose any back-to-back games. We just can't do it. We have line changes we can make. We can move Panarin up. We can move people down. I'll call somebody up. I'll call a 76 overall up if I have to. We're just going to have to make that move. That's going to make sure we get it. We just need to keep battling here. We need to put together a big win streak here. We can't lose in regulation. It's only 44. Wow, that's good. We get the good win against a good team in San Jose. Arizona, we get a win against. We got to keep winning them. We need to get to probably 42, 43 wins minimum to become a wild card team. I would rather win the division here. The division was tight enough. We have another game against St. Louis. So if we can go ahead and win those games and get to that spot where we can make this last game. Ooh, mild concussion, April 6th. We'll just replace the player. As he should be back here. Okay. Place his player. Should be coming back. Okay, so did we beat Tampa? We beat Tampa there. Okay. So with 3 games left in the season here, let's see where we're at. So we're at 93 wins. Okay, so I do believe we're going to make the playoffs. Now, the question is, can we pass Minnesota? And we're also got to worry about St. Louis behind us because we do play them, and that's a 4-point swing. So that game against Carolina or St. Louis, I don't know why I'm saying Carolina, it's going to be huge. But let's go ahead and check out the team stats here. Just want to see games played. Okay, so we have the same amount of games played as them. They have 1 less. So we need to do probably 2-1 to have a chance to beat them. If we can go on a 3-game win streak, that gives us a great shot. I think if we win all 3 games, we for sure will. But we don't have the playoff spot locked up yet. That's what really worries me is the playoff spot. The only team to lock up is San Jose. And then you see we're not far behind. San Jose is really good this year, but we're the 4th best team in the conference. But yeah, we can drop out at any point as Winnipeg. Who we play next is right there. Don't think that Winnipeg can catch us. They could actually because they only played 77 games. So it's a huge game right here against Winnipeg. Patrick Kane only with 76 points, just under a point per game, 31 goals. Could be better. Panarin, 65 points. Let me check his morale, make sure he's doing just fine. I lost morale, recent performances. Okay, nothing about ice time. So Wow, plus 24. Okay, so definitely not scoring as much as we did last year. But, we're at the point where we just need to win these 3 games here. We're going to sim up to the St. Louis game. We do better when we don't jump in and sim it. Winnipeg, it's a big game here. We can probably lock up. We probably right there. I'm going to edit these lines real quick. With that win, I'm pretty sure we did go ahead and we locked up a playoff spot. Now we're battling for the division. Stop it here. Hopefully we lose to New Jersey, which I don't like. Just replace player. Because that's a game that we probably should have won against New Jersey right here, 43-30. They're actually a good team. Let's see where we're at in our... Okay, so we're right there. So what it looks like is if we win and Dallas wins, Dallas is going to go ahead and take us. If we lose, we move back behind St. Louis. If we lose in any way, shape, or form to St. Louis, we go to a wild card. If we win, we can either win our division, second or third, so we can move anywhere up in here. So this is a huge game against St. Louis. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to simulate this game. We're going to do a real... we're going to go ahead and just really pay attention here. We're going to make sure that we got to win this game here. It changes the whole playoffs. This game right here is... It's a playoff game. It's a huge game. Huge implications. We're at home. This game right here changes who we play. Changes home ice dramatically. We can go from having home ice the whole playoffs, except for the conference finals, if we play San Jose, to going to having play on the road the whole playoffs. So this game's big. We need to start getting some more shots here, though. Only 8 shots, which isn't good. So we just need to find a way to get some more pucks to the net, play that gritty style game if we have to. Dirty, it's St. Louis. It's going to be a pounding game. It's going to be a body up game. People are going to get hit. It's going to be that type of game, that type of style. And St. Louis gets on the board first in the third period, though. We don't need to get shut out here for sure, as they get 2. And they score from center ice, which is definitely not looking good. 8 minutes left here. Another power play. We got 1, but it was just too late, too little. So looks like we're going to go ahead and be a wild card team and have a really tough matchup. St. Louis was able to see. Look, we would have jumped up and been second. Just it's that one's tough for sure. It's a tough loss. Go ahead and advance the day here. See, we should be play. Oh, we do jump ahead of the Dallas Stars. So we are. See, this would make that last game that much more important. The fact that now we have to play St. Louis. That last game we just played them, but now we're playing them in St. Louis. So now they get their chance at revenge here with their home ice. Definitely, we definitely needed to win that game against them, because now we do have a heavy, hard series in St. Louis ahead of us. Patrick Kane doesn't have a Patrick Kane type season, only 78 points. Goal scoring, Taze is up there. So it's definitely a different team than it was last year as far as goal scoring and powerhouses. I am going to make some lineup changes. I think we're going to go with the heavy lineup that we should when we come to the playoffs. So I'll make those changes off camera, so when we come back, we can go ahead and make those changes. Wow, look at this, though. Ovechkin and Skinner tie for the most goals. Ovi only has 36 after having, 63 or something like that last year. 62. So a huge drop-off in goal scoring all across the league, it looks like. Andre Palat has a nice year. Patrick Kane is up there. So as far as points go, Patrick Kane is in the top 10, which isn't bad by any means. Looks like Tampa. Look at this. This line. This has got to be a line. It's all up here. But Jeff Skinner, it looks like he will probably go ahead and get the Hart over Steven Stamkos. So that's good for Jeff Skinner. He's had a lot of injury problems, so it's good to see him come back. Erik Karlsson with 82 points as a defenseman. Again, just unreal. Sidney Crosby, only 77 points. Go ahead. Let's check out rookie skaters to see. Austin Matthews is unreal already at 90 overall. Like, what I would do to get my hands on that kid and just bring him to Chicago, just bona fide this team, but just not realistic. Everyone else down here, Mark McNeil used to be a Chicago Blackhawks prospect. He's 85 overall now. Good for him. Let's see. Any other big names down here? I mean, you got Nylander up there. Shoshnikov, another prospect for them. Kapanen, another prospect. So Toronto definitely has a lot of prospects. Sonny Milano right there, not a bad prospect. Eric Bear, or Ethan Bear, sorry. Anthony Mantha, it's not that great year for him. Anthony D'Angelo, looks like Tampa traded. Did they trade him away in real life before this? So my bad there, boys. Michael DeCall right there. Okay. So that's gonna be it for this season. We're gonna end it there. In next video, you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna see us in the playoffs in St. Louis versus the Blues. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys enjoyed, hit that like button.